Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Simply Me, Keara Marie. On this channel, I really just want to talk to you guys about some of the challenges that I face in my life and how I overcome those challenges. So that's just specifically it. It's going to cover multiple topics, of course, because there's lots of challenges that I face throughout the day, throughout the year, and definitely in my past that I've overcome. And I just want to share some of those things with other people. So today's video is about the challenges that I'm facing with deciding what to buy at the grocery store. So right now, me and my kids are on like a keto, low carb diet. So we're trying to go from ketosis to low carbs. So, it's really hard because when we go into the grocery store, we're looking at the packages, looking at the ingredients, making sure there's no seed oils or soy products or sugar, cane sugar. I rather cane sugar though than agave, but we're just making sure there's like none of those ingredients that are like hidden before we pick up the product. And a lot of times at many of these grocery stores, on the labels, it'll say like organic or non-GMO, right? Or good for your heart. I laugh because that's what you see on like Cheerios. It's like healthy heart, but it's full of carbohydrates and sugar, so it's actually not good for your heart. So a lot of the items in stores have those labels, and it looks at first glimpse that it's a healthy choice, right? Most of the time I've been picking up these items, flipping them over, looking at the ingredients in the back. What do I see? I see gum, right? I see sugar added, like even if it's like a salty product, I'm like, why did they add sugar in this product? You didn't have to, right? I always see seed oils, right? And palm oil and canola oil, vegetable oil, right? You always see some type of seed oil. And what's the other one that we see? Of course, to stay away from your corn syrups and your modified starches, your bleached starches. So lately we've been seeing things that say like wheat or organic flour. And I know we want to go to the flour as being the better choice because it's like, okay, this is like a wheat flour. It's an organic flour. This is good. But at the end of the day, flour is still a starch. And so in our keto diet, we are not having any carbs. So the starch is going to go through just like a carb, just like a potato would. The potato is the healthier version of a starch, but even still, the potato is going to be high in carbs. So our goal in ketosis is to like kind of eliminate the carbohydrates and the sugars in our bodies so our bodies aren't burning from carbohydrates and sugars. And we want to get to a point where there's no carbohydrates and sugars, and then our body is burning fat, so the actual fat on our body. Our goal in having a keto diet is to revitalize the liver, right? Give it a reset, make it feel nice and healthy again. That way the liver and the pancreas can do what it needs to do. Our body can continue to produce insulin, and we're hoping that we don't run into a situation like diabetes where the body stops producing insulin. Okay, sorry, my son's calling right in the middle, so I think I have to take this. Okay, I'm sorry, my son was calling me, so I had to answer the phone. All right, so, oh my gosh, so the struggle with the milk. So we used to get oat milk and almond milk. Like I thought I was doing something healthy by buying oat milk and almond milk. I thought I was doing something healthy for my family, but actually, if you look at the back of the oat milks and the almond milks, there's gum added into the oat milks and almond milks. There's like extra sugars added, and there's like other preservatives that are added. So like the standard almond milk and oat milk that we're drinking, there's like more stuff added in that milk that's not even added in whole milk, like cow's whole milk. They don't add all that stuff in cow's whole milk. Cow's whole milk is naturally creamy. Almond milk and oat milk, they're adding gum to make it mimic whole milk. So we think that we're doing something healthy by eating oat milk and almond milk, and in reality, like, we're not. So we're putting these chemicals in our bodies, and these chemicals process in our body as fat and as a carbohydrate and as sugars. So the carbohydrates and the sugars all go through, the insulin comes and grabs it, and it goes inside your liver and it's stored as fat. So it's causing all these diseases that me and my kids are trying to avoid. So that was a big awakener of us realizing that the almond milks and the oat milks that we were buying were actually not good for us. So at Sprouts, I found, and you guys have probably seen it before, the milk called Molt. Yeah, so the milk called Molt, like if you look on the back of it, there's 3 simple ingredients. It has, so like we buy the cashew milk, and it has roasted cashews, sea salt, and water. Like literally, there's 3 ingredients. So once I seen that, what do you think I did? I bought some cashews, some roasted cashews. I have some organic sea salt with no additives, just plain organic sea salt with some filtered or spring water. Made my own cashew milk, and oh my gosh, it was delicious. It was better than the Molt milk. And the reason I say that is because I think it was like thick and creamy. I had to add water to water it down so that it could taste like the milk that we buy in the store. So, you know, if you want to try that, you should, you know, just make your own milk. I actually ran into a friend and he was like, oh, I've been making milk like that. Like, that's so cool, but he's vegan. So that was a big awakener to me. Like I said, I thought I was being healthy by buying oat milk and almond milk from the grocery store. And it has all those additives. So not every store will sell a milk like that, right? Not every store has a good selection on organic products, and not just organic products, but without additives, like the straight product. So right now we eat like an organic coconut. I think the company's called Conjure, right? It's organic coconut yogurt, and it's pure ingredients, no additives. And we eat that with 85% cocoa. So I just cut the cocoa like it's chocolate, you know, and we put that inside our, we put that in our yogurt, and we put a little cinnamon on top. So like, that's like our little dessert. It's not even sweet, but it has the natural flavors of the coconut and the cocoa. And believe it or not, like I was watching Dr. Berg. Follow Dr. Berg if you haven't already, but I was watching one of his videos, and he had mentioned that after 3 days of not giving the body sugars, like the body will stop craving sugar. And I promise you, like I'm craving sugar today because I had some rice yesterday. I promise you, I had some rice in a burrito, and I knew that I shouldn't have had the rice. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm eating carbohydrates plus sugar plus maybe the toxins that's in the rice. So I still had the burrito. Today, I was like, oh my gosh, my mouth just wanted something sweet. Like, I'm like, I need something sweet. I need some junk food. I just really wanted something. So I feel like that was because the day before I had some rice. But before that, I promise you, like, this is my 3rd week going into keto. And last week, I want to say like my taste for sugar was gone. Like I did not crave sugar. I was eating things like, for example, coconut water, right? Or the little coconut bites, and the sweetness of that pure light flavored coconut was enough. Like that's all the sweet I needed. I was just like, this is delicious. The little small sweetness in the cocoa powder when I make my cocoa smoothies, I'm like, this is really good, you know? So it's like now that, so when I wasn't all the way craving sugar, it's like I tasted pure food. Like I was satisfied with that. And not only was I satisfied, I felt really good. So after Thanksgiving, I have to say I had 1 plate with like small portions of the macaroni and cheese. I ate the meat, the greens, you know, and some yams. So man, I think Thanksgiving kind of threw me off because I was on a 2-week streak, and I didn't want to be kind of like rude to my family. So I did have a little small plate. And then as you can see, like I said, I had a burrito yesterday. Like that's horrible. The burrito itself wasn't horrible. It's what was in it and where I got it from. I got it from Stater Brothers, and it had rice. It had shredded chicken, salsa, and beans. And I was like, oh, like I have a taste for beans and chicken. And I asked the lady, I was like, what else is in the burrito? She said rice. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I'm about to eat this burrito. And I did. So today I struggled this morning. When I went through Starbucks driveway, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a dark roast. I'll make a video about the differences between the dark and the medium and the light roast. So I was like, let me order a dark roast coffee. And I added the whole milk, right? Just to give it some fat. I don't really eat whole milk, but I rather than put the whole milk in there than the almond milk and the oat milk, right? So I was like, okay, give a little bit of oat milk. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I should add like 3 sugars. But I just added 2 sugars in a raw. And then, and the sugar in the raw packets are 3 grams of sugar each. So I'm like, okay, that's 6 grams. I'm counting my grams, whatever. And then I was like looking at the danishes and the breakfast. And I'm like, a croissant looks good. Let me tell you, a week ago, I was not there. I would look at a croissant and I was like, no, thank you. You know? So Thanksgiving threw me off. But guess what? I'm about to be back on this. What I need to do today, and I already have it started, I need to order my groceries from Sprouts, and I'm gonna order them on my phone, on my Instacart app. I will go pick them up outside. Once I have everything I need at my house, I'm no longer tempted by what's out there in the world. So I'm gonna order my organic vegetables with some organic fruits, because the fruits are sugar and carbohydrate. Right now we're in ketosis. We're trying to go to ketosis. So we're doing the keto diet. Once our liver fat is healed and our liver has repaired itself and everything, then we'll start to do a low carb where we're eating carbs in moderation. That is the goal for me and the kids. Today, all 3 of us went to go take our hemoglobin A1C test. We all actually my kids took the test a year ago in December, and my son's sugar was high. They didn't even say he was pre-diabetic. They just was, she just told me, oh, it's high, but we'll check it again, like change your diet. But no, it was like high enough where we need to have a whole lifestyle change. So it was like pre-diabetic, but they didn't even say that. So this year we're hoping that our numbers are down, and I'll tune back in with you to find out more.